And so, hello to everyone.
Hello.
And so today, we're having a forum for economics. And then, so the question today is, during the 2018 global recession, we saw that banks resorted to reduce interest rate while there were calls for more government spending. Afterwards, what happened to Greece and Portugal in 2010? And within weeks, the president of Korea decided to increase government expenditure. At last, in Malaysia, the central bank is balancing the act. So, to answer all these questions in today's discussion, we have two experts who will be joining us today. So first, I would like to introduce Mr. Liu, and then another one is Mr. Afiq.
Hello.
Alright, so for the first question I would like to ask is that, Mr. Liu, what actually happened during the economic crisis in 2018? Because most of us do not really understand the whole incident.
Okay. The 2008 financial crisis was the worst economic disaster since the Great Depression of 1929. It began in 2007 with a crisis in the subprime mortgage market in the US and developed in a full-blown international banking crisis with the collapse of the investment bank Lehman Brothers on September 15, 2008. Excessive risk-taking by banks such as Lehman Brothers helped to magnify the financial impact globally. Massive bailouts of finance institutions and other palliative monetary and fiscal policy were employed to prevent a possible collapse of the world financial. The Federal Reserve lowered the federal funds rates 11 times from 6.5% in May 2000 to 1.75% in December 2001, creating a flood of liquidity in the economy, more home loans, more home buyers, more appreciation in home prices. The trouble started when the interest rates started rising and home ownership reached a saturation point. From June 30, 2004 onward, the Fed started raising rates so much that by June 2006. According to Wall Street Journal, there were early signs of distress by 2004. US home ownership had peaked at 70%. No one was interested in buying or eating more candy. Then during the last quarter of 2005, home price started to fall. This caused 2007 to start with bad news from multiple sources. Every month, one subprime lender or another filing for bankrupt. The US government then came out with National Economic Stabilization Act of 2008, which created a corpus of 700 billion to purchase distressed assets, especially mortgage-backed security.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much for your explanation. And so, next we are going to explore what happened to Greece and Portugal in 2010. So, what happened to Greece in 2010?
Okay. In 2009, the Greek crisis started in late, triggered by the turmoil of the Great Recession, structural weakness in the Greek economy, and revelation that previous data on government debt level and deficit had been undercounted by the Greek government. In 2009 also, Greece announced its budget deficit will be 12.9% of gross domestic product. Greece credit ratings scare off investors. It also driven up the cost of future loans. In 2010, Greece announced a plan to lower its deficit to 3% of GDP in 2 years. The EU and the International Monetary Funds provide 240 billion euros in emergency fund in return for austerity measures. Austerity measures require Greece to increase the VAT tax and the corporate tax rate. A significant change is the privatization of many Greek business, including electricity. From the New York Times, the loan only gave Greece enough money to pay interest on its existing debt and keep banks capitalized. The measure further slowed the Greek economy that reduced the tax revenue need to repay the debt. Unemployment rose to 25% and dragged Europe to industry. In 2011, the European Financial Stabilization Facility added €190 billion to the bailout. Despite the name change, the money also came from EU countries. By 2012, Greece's debt to GDP ratio had risen to 175%, also three times the EU limit of 60%. Greece has paid €35.4 billion since February 2015.
Alright, I see. And now I'm sure everyone knows what happened to Greece in 2010, but I'm sure most of you do not actually, including myself, we do not actually know what happened to Portugal. So, Mr. Liu?
Okay. Robert Fishman in the New York Times article Portugal's unnecessary bailout points out that Portugal fell victim to successive waves of speculation by pressure from bond traders, rating agencies and speculators in the first quarter of 2010. Before pressure from the markets, Portugal had one of the best rates of economic recovery in the EU. However, the Portugal's economy had been creating its own problems over a length period of time, which came to a head with the financial crisis. Persistent and lasting recruitment policy boosted the number of redundant public servants. Risky credit, public debt creation, and Europe's structural and cohesion funds were mismanaged across almost 4 decades. The government cut spending, leading to job losses and low disposable income. Higher taxes also reduced disposable incomes. The impact of austerity measures also reduced consumer and business confidence.
Oh, okay, I see now. And so, and the next question is that why did Korea choose to increase their government expenditure?
Okay, Korea. Despite the global financial crisis, the South Korean economy, helped by timely stimulus measures and strong domestic consumption of products that compensate for a drop in export, was able to avoid a recession unlike most industrialized economies posting positive economic growth for 2 consecutive years of the crisis. In 2010, South Korea made a strong economic rebound with a growth rate of 6.1%, signaling a return of the economy to pre-crisis levels. South Korea exports has recorded $424 billion in the first 11 months of the year 2010, already higher than its export in the whole year of 2008. The South Korean economy of the 21st century, as a next 11 economy, is expected to grow from 3.9% to 4 to 2% annually between 2010 and 2030. Similarly, a growth rate for developing countries such as Brazil or Russia.
Okay. So at last, the most important question has come. So what is Malaysia's situation? Are we Keynesians or monetarists? So first of all, before this, everyone should be given a definition of what is Keynesian and monetary so that we can understand better of it.
Keynesian economics are the various theories about how in the short run and especially during the recessions, economic output is strongly influenced by aggregate demand. In the Keynesian view, aggregate demand does not necessarily equal the productive capacity of the economy. Instead, it is influenced by a host of factors and sometimes behave erratically, affecting production, employment, and inflation. One of the best situations to prove the claiming of Keynesian economics would be during the Asian financial crisis on 1997 to 1999. In 1998, Malaysia's gross domestic product suffered a contraction of growth rate 7.4%. To recover the economy, Malaysian government had implemented expansionary fiscal policy by increased government spending in order to stimulate aggregate demand. Malaysia government believes that by implementing expansionary fiscal policy, it can effectively stimulate aggregate demand, which will recover the economy from recession.
Oh, all right then. So, Mr. Afiq, so what would be monetarism?
Okay. Monetarism is a school of thought in monetary economics that emphasizes the role of government in controlling the amount of money in circulation. Monetarist theory asserts that variation in the money supply have major influence on national output in the short run and on price level over longer periods. Monetarists assert that the objective of monetary policy are best met by targeting the growth rate of the money supply rather than by engaging in discretionary monetary policy. Bank Negara Malaysia decided to keep the overnight policy rate unchanged at 3.00 at its 12 May monetary policy meeting. As widely expected by market analysts, the statutory reserve requirement was also left unchanged 3.50% by Bank Negara Malaysia.
Oh, I see. So, before we will end today's discussion, I would like to draw a conclusion that Malaysia we are a mixture of Keynesian and monetarist, as the government implies both of the policies to ensure that the economy of Malaysia will continue to grow stably. So, in the end, thank you very much to our specialists, and we will see you next time.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.